Hambone?
Friendly Neighborhood Hambone.
So
that's me.
So you're starting with Friendly Neighborhood. That's your new
my new gimmick is
your new gimmick is
Friendly Neighborhood Hambone.
I still like Cuddle Muffin McGuire.
That's not my new gimmick.
We are here with Mai Tai TV episode number 36. What are we going to talk about today, Hambone?
We are going to talk about Gen Con, which I'm going to with George Collazo tomorrow morning. We're going to talk about SummerSlam. We're going to talk about NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones, and I'm going to teach you how to make a delicious drink called the Hawaiian Kiss.
Is that all we're going to talk about?
I don't know. You tell me. George, what else are we going to talk about
What about
tonight?
the big announcement we have?
We've got a big announcement tonight, and George's going to share that with you.
No, you're going to share it.
No, you're going to share it.
Are you sure?
Sure.
We have huge news. This is the last ever episode of Mai Tai TV.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you said.
No, I did not say.
Because of your touring schedule, we cannot
It is
commit
not.
to doing this show anymore.
This is totally
so
not
we
the
will
case.
no longer be doing Mai Tai TV.
What?
It ends here. It ends
No.
now, episode 36.
You know what? When I texted you, I said, what's the big announcement tonight? You're like, you agreed to it. I was like, okay.
We were talking about Twitter.
And
you
I went with it because I'm like, oh, he's probably got something surprising he wants to pop. I never thought it was going to be this.
Yeah, you said we're done. This isn't working.
I never said that.
Yeah, you're like, ever since we had Hambone 2 come on, it's never been the same.
George, I've never said
So
that.
we would like to thank you all.
No, we
the
do not want to
fans,
thank you
the
because you're going to tune in
followers.
like next time because this is not the last
We
episode.
want to thank you so much for everything.
No.
It's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a year.
What?
It's been a wonderful experience. That's why you're the Twitter followers who just experienced this the first
Albert,
time.
that is the worst news ever. It's news to me
This
too,
is,
guy.
This is the end.
This is not the end.
But with every end comes a new beginning.
What?
And starting in 2 weeks, Hambone and I will be back every other week with the brand new, all new, all exciting podcast of Thunder, Mai Tai Happy Hour.
Yeah, dude, we're coming back. What?
Well, we heard you loud and clear, especially in the thread where we had the lead singer of Ghost on, that you don't want to look at us anymore.
I lost all this weight for nothing?
Clearly, trying to do this on air live every other week is not working out too well. So we are going to move to podcasts because we have faces made for radio.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for a long time. It will happen. You will have the same great conversations. Game of Thrones, wrestling. You will have cocktails we're going to make. We're going to even be doing some live streaming when we have stuff to show off. We will even be like, I don't know, videotaping Comic-Con when we're there. But you don't actually have to tune into YouTube and be one of the 25 people that actually watch this show because no one wants to spend an hour watching YouTube where it's two overweight men in amazing Hawaiian outfits talking about wrestling.
Well, now I need a drink.
Mai Tai Happy Hour in 2 weeks. Sign up for us on iTunes. You're going to have to rate, review, and subscribe. I haven't figured out whether it's going to be on the Mai Tai TV feed or not, but it is going to be awesome. You will be excited. You will be excited. I will be excited. How awesome was it seeing his face while I said this show is canceled? Because I've been waiting for it all week.
Because I didn't know.
Make me a cocktail,
I already did make you a cocktail.
Oh, and it's very good.
Drink your drink.
Teach everybody how to make it, sir. Have I turned you an emotional wreck right now?
I'm an emotional wreck right now, George. I need a minute. How's the drink?
The drink is very good. It's not too sweet. It's nice. I don't taste any alcohol in it, though. Did you forget the alcohol?
I did not forget the alcohol. All right, so I was on the internet, as I've been known to be on the internet, reading dirt sheets, looking at cocktail recipes, and I found a cocktail recipe called the Hawaiian Kiss. Now, my problem with it is it has banana liquor in it, and I hate bananas. I hate bananas with the fire of 1,000 burning suns. I hate bananas so much.
But it makes your poop firm. It's wonderful.
I can do other things to make my poop firm. Bananas are terrible, and I do not endorse bananas.
I disagree 100%. I think if you need your vitamin D, you could go out in the sun, or you could just eat more bananas.
As a kid who loves vampires, I will tell you, I'd rather go into the sun than put a banana past my lips. Anyway.
You really never eat bananas? Are you allergic to bananas?
Is
it like coconut?
I had a bad
You have a lot of things you don't like, Diane.
I don't like a lot of stuff. I don't like a lot of stuff, but what I do like, I love. And I do love rum. So here's what this drink is. Normally it's got banana liqueur and coconut rum. However, today we're going to use a little bit of coconut rum and we're going to use a little bit of ruby grapefruit vodka because I am a man who enjoys his vodka.
Albert, I'm also team banana.
All right, so here we go. We're going to pop in 1.5 ounces of coconut rum. You could use any coconut rum. The go-to usually is always going to be Malibu. When I say Mally, you say boo.
Boo.
And thank you. You put it right in your cocktail. Now, instead of an ounce of banana liqueur, I'm going to substitute it with a little bit of the grapefruit vodka and a little bit of Goya passion fruit juice.
We own grapefruit vodka?
I know where all your alcohol is.
When did I get grapefruit vodka?
It was a hell of a party, George. So here you go. We got half an ounce of grapefruit vodka in there, and instead of adding a full ounce of the liquor, I'm going to add in 3/4 of an ounce of this passion fruit. Now, we do have the Lieber & Co. passion fruit syrup upstairs. I've really been enjoying using the Goya passion fruit. We're going to add in 3 ounces of pineapple juice. Now, when I was in bartending school, they said, when in doubt, always make it red.
You went to a real bartending school?
I did, because none of the bartenders I knew wanted to teach me how to make drinks, so I went to learn how to make cocktails.
The bastards.
I know. And I turned out to be a very fine bartender. So they always said, when in doubt, make it red, make it sweet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to add a little grenadine in, which I normally think is unholy in a tiki cocktail. However, today, we're trying new things, apparently. Canceling our program. Not telling me about it. So we're going to put I heard that, Gabe. You're not happy about it either. So here, I'm going to pop in half an ounce of this grenadine syrup. We're going to shake this up. I wanted something light and refreshing, not too heavy on the alcohol. So this is more of a summer sipping cocktail. I'm going to pour this in right now for you, for me.
To quote the great Ramones, I can't stand anything colored pink. That just stinks. What's in this drink?
Well, buddy, cheers. Been a hell of a ride.
To future endeavors.
I can't believe you future endeavored us on air.
The show isn't canceled. We are just moving to a podcast format, so you can take your microphone.
Delightful.
So you can take your microphone with you on the road, and we can never miss a week.
We'll never miss a week again.
And then we can have people on the air more often. And they don't have to look at us. Look, there is nothing fun about this program right now.
Trust me, I know. I watch the episodes. I see how fat I look on screen.
So this is the best thing we could possibly
do.
do.
Every time I'm at the CrossFit and I'm squatting, I'm thinking myself on Mai Tai TV going, yep, let's put up some more weight, kid.
Yeah, so this is for the best. This is for your best interest.
I finally see my jawline on air, and then we're going off the air.
And you will love it. You will love it. George has a frozen smile. Yeah, I hope it fixed just now. I noticed it stuttered for a second. Hopefully we're back on the air. I know it's like twitching a little bit. It might be our spotty Wi-Fi. Regardless, you met Bruce Campbell this week.
I met Bruce Campbell yesterday. I heard about it last minute, it popped up on the Facebook feed, and I thought to myself, what more would I... And actually, folks, I'm on vacation right now. So right now, I am on vacation from work for the entire week, and I thought, what would be more fun than meeting Bruce Campbell? So I went to Bookends in Ridgewood. I bought a copy of his brand new book, Hail to the Chin, and I waited in a line that went surprisingly fast, and I met Bruce Campbell. Not only did he have something personalized to say to every single person that he met that day, he loved my Hawaiian shirt.
Who could not like your Hawaiian shirt?
Well, first and foremost, one of the best parts about being friends with George is that I got some hand-me-down Hawaiian shirts from George that were in pristine shape. My lucky Hawaiian shirt is a pink flamingo shirt, and that shirt is who I met Stan Lee in. I met Mick Foley in, and I had a beautiful chance encounter with Carrie Fisher in. So it's my lucky shirt. I got a little bit of Bruce Campbell all over it. He actually pulled the tag up. He wanted to see who made it. We talked about Tommy Bahama shirts together. He's got a handshake like Superman. God, I love Bruce Campbell.
I want to make it very clear. I enjoy Tommy Bahama restaurants. Their fish taco is fantastic. They make a damn good Mai Tai. But their shirts are not necessarily Aloha shirts.
I agree.
And he can say what he wishes. What we're wearing, I don't know about yours. Actually, yours is probably made in Disney.
This is a
probably
Disney shirt.
in China by like children.
The pink flamingo shirt was actually made in Hawaii.
But I will say, yes, the shirts I wear are official. Including my Cabana shorts. Matching Cabana outfits.
Matching Cabana outfits.
Everyone thinks right now the hot thing is onesies on dudes, but it's Cabana outfits. I can still pull my pants down to go to the bathroom without having to unbutton things.
Yeah.
The Cabana shorts, Cabana top matching is the way to go, people. This is the hot look of the summer of 2017. I'm calling it now. This is the way to go. Cabana outfits.
There's only one person in this house that needs to be unbuttoned to go to the bathroom, and that's Mr. Cookies.
That's Mr. Cookies, damn straight. So, the first thing we're going to talk about today, I don't know, maybe it should have been the last thing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about it. I'm very heated about this. Game of Thrones has started its 7th season. It is intense.
So intense.
And I want to know, what are your thoughts right off the bat?
So, I never read the books. So, for me, I am enjoying the whole get to the fucking point of it. where they have discovered fast travel in this game finally, and we were like, oh, I need to get back to Westeros. Oh, and on their next scene. I actually don't mind that so much. I am loving actually finally seeing the dragons on... Oh my god, I'm sorry. Folks, we are going to talk a lot about spoilers, so if you're behind on Game of Thrones, sucks to be you. You should have watched it live or on HBO Go. So, all the dragon stuff, the dragons actually laying waste to people, Daenerys totally making that full heel turn, which I think is fantastic. The one thing I am not enjoying is some of the things that they are cutting corners on, such as the scene with Sam and Gilly.
Well, they're not cutting corners. That wasn't in the books yet.
Well, it's cutting corners as far as they're kind of rushing some of the stuff to get to that point. Like, I understand the rushing of the fast travel. There's some other things that plot development-wise I feel like they could give a little more love to.
I am not happy with Game of Thrones right now. I'm going to put it right out there. They were offered 2 10-episode seasons, and those directors, the 2 guys not named George R. R. Martin, decided that they can do it in, 16, 17, 13 episodes? Yeah. They're like, we don't need 20. We're not going to put filler in here. We're not going to do what makes Game of Thrones great, which is the extra stuff. Look, I love the fact that they're fast-tracking. I love that it's not taking forever. In the books, it's rough to get through the books. When an entire book, I'm talking about Feast of Crows, is just walking and getting from point A to point B. But what was...
That only worked once, folks. It's called Lord of the Rings.
What made Game of Thrones so great, what made it so great, is that the little scenes, the fact that it takes an episode and a half or 2 episodes for Brienne and for Jaime to make it back to King's Landing, so they talk and they flesh out the story. The backstory stuff, the flashback stuff that's in the books is done through conversations in Game of Thrones. And I miss it greatly. I miss the Bronn walking around with... I don't know who he was with.
Jaime.
Oh, the Hound and Arya, and the little scenes where Tywin was talking to Arya, which wasn't even in the book. That stuff has been laid waste now so they can just get to the chase over and over. And they're ruining the character arcs that were so integral to the making of the show.
He said what I was saying, just with a lot more passion. I will tell you,
losing my voice.
Knowing that they were going to give them 10-episode seasons, like, we can come in at 8. It's like contractors trying to bid for a job. Like, oh, no, we can get that done faster and cheaper. It's funny because it only took, 7 seasons? I finally learned everyone's names, and now it's over.
They offered them 20 episodes. Yeah. This has nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
HBO said, you get 20 episodes. They said, we want to walk. We don't want to walk. We don't want to shoot walking. Everything's fast. I'm sorry. Daenerys Stormborn is like, we're going to whoop ass. Next scene, they're whooping ass! Like, she's got to get from one side of the world to the other with... Alright, she's got dragons, I get it, but come on!
Well, I mean, to me, it's funny in a lot of ways because, it's like when you go and you're in a band, you're playing a show, like, you wait for so many hours to have that, 30 minutes on stage, and that's, to me, what the new Game of Thrones is like. Normally, we'd have to watch 3 episodes of her trying to get somewhere, and it's, a lot of hurry up and wait for, a 30-second payoff. Now we just get the payoff.
I'm my frustration, I'm getting heated right now. I'm getting my hot flashes.
Ooh, you getting agitated?
Oh my god, it's getting
Deep
there.
breaths.
I'm getting a little verklempt right now.
Breathing it out, buddy.
But, spoiler alerts. If George R. R. Martin truly had written the end of this story, Jaime Lannister would have burned to death in the fire of the dragons. Not Bronn makes the last-minute save, grabs him, beats fire, lands in the water, swims to safety.
That's what we call a natural 20 on your dexterity check.
That would have been the perfect death for Jaime Lannister.
And he has it coming too.
Perfect,
he has it coming so
death.
bad.
They've done nothing with him for ages. This needed to happen. I heard there were bananas here. No, there are no bananas, Bob. I'm sorry. Hambone doesn't like bananas.
I don't like bananas.
Dave, I wish you were here too. I am just frustrated because the fast tracking, which is cutting out the great characters. Anytime someone talks to one another now, where it's like those nice, cute that aren't major plot points, it's just to tell a cheap joke.
Yeah.
It's a haha moment, and that's it. And that upsets me a little bit. But then they pull that stuff where and oh God, why is everybody wearing black? Everyone's wearing black. It is let's murder out the set. We can't afford color. Everyone's in black. Everyone's in black. Daenerys Stormborn in black. Jon Snow always in black. Cersei Lannister in black. Jaime Lannister in black. Arya black. Sansa black.
Black slimming on everybody.
Tyrion Lannister black.
All right, you gotta be there.
Like, everyone's in black. I don't understand why everybody has to wear black. I don't get it. I don't get the... I mean, winter is coming,
because
but
it's like the darkness of winter. I don't know, man.
So
I just want to see dragons blow
that
shit
last
up.
scene, last episode, where like Jon Snow was like, "Oh, I gotta get back to Winterfell." And like, boom, I'm in Winterfell.
That was fast.
Teleportation.
Hey, man,
Look, on a bright note, I do enjoy everything that is happening. Is great. It just pisses me off that they could have had a couple extra episodes to worm in those little things that made the show so great.
Well, how about during the most possibly pivotal point of the show, where the great secret is finally getting revealed, we got Sam mansplaining some shit.
Oh, the Sam mansplaining. And the thing is, how the hell did she find the book that has the phrase out of all the books? Like, couldn't they have had a setup where at least she goes, Sam goes, I want you to look at all the books that talk about Rhaegar or the Targaryens and the Targaryen dynasty. She'd go, oh, Rhaegar Targaryen, annulled wedding with whatever his wife's name was.
Yeah.
That's a major plot point, but the setup, while I thought it was cute how they threw it away.
Yeah.
I really didn't like the fact that, why would she be... She's also a wildling. How the hell does she read?
Maybe taught her to read.
It took 4 episodes.
But you know what?
Shut your mouth. It took 4 episodes for the Stannis' daughter to teach the Onion Knight how to read a sentence.
Well, but that's all the stuff that gets cut out because we're fast-tracking
Because
everything.
they can't have 20 episodes.
This is why we can't have nice things, short.
This is why we can't have nice things. It just bothers me because I'm watching every episode from the beginning now, and I'm bothered because the cohesion's not there now. Like, it's like, okay, it's great till season 5, and then 6, 7, 8 are like fast track season. Why are we freezing constantly? We shouldn't be freezing. Don't freeze anymore. I have a feeling everything should be on the network. Whatever. I don't know. Regardless, that's how I feel. I think everybody should go watch Game of Thrones. It's a great show.
Well, now they don't have to watch it. You told them everything.
I don't think they watched. They don't know anything. They're all in the Matrix, so it's all fast track. Exactly, and it's kind of like, yeah, that's it, Dave Tang. They're in the Matrix. They're all. It's gonna turn out they're all in purgatory the whole time. By the way, really quickly, I want to tell you that The Leftovers, that nobody saw but me, ended fantastic.
Did it? Because I gave up after the first season.
A show that should have ended in a, like, we shall now go on with our lives. Like, they explain everything. Like, everything's written out.
So they didn't pull a loss. They were like, oh, no, this is
it turns
exactly
out there
what
was 2 parallel universes, and the girl crosses, like, the woman who's, like, the woman from Fargo, like, goes through a portal, and, like, ends up in the other world. And the other world, Earth 2, 98% of the world disappeared. Not 2%, the other 98%. So she ended up in a world where there's only 2% of mankind left. And she's in Australia. She can't even get to her family because nobody knows how to boat or, like, fly a plane because there's no pilots left. So it takes her 14 years to get to her family, and they're all there, except for her because she's on Earth 1. And she sees them with another woman, and they're happy. And she then goes, I don't want to be here. So she finds the man who created the portal, has him, like, find it because he's the first one who tested it out. He went to Earth 2, and he's like, I need you to make the portal again to get me back to Earth 1. And he does. And she comes back 14 years later and finds the guy who looks like fake Wolverine who's dating Jennifer Aniston. And she's like, I found it, and I didn't want to find it. That's what happened to the 2%. They are on Earth 2. That is sci-fi.
And that's exactly why I stopped watching that show.
That and the sadness.
Oh my god, everything.
Do you know who?
So sad.
Do you know who was behind everything? Do you know who made the portal?
Who?
Cousin Larry from Perfect Strangers.
Shut up.
No, it gets even better. It wasn't just Cousin Larry. It was Cousin Larry playing Cousin Larry. It was Larry Bartakamos. And they started playing the Perfect Strangers theme song to introduce every episode after that.
No.
Yes!
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm not. I'll show you later. It's insane. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah, it was Larry Bartakamos. From now on, the Meepos are died. Jace. Because, like, Balky was the one who's from Meepos.
Yes.
Which is not in Greece, but it is, and we all know it is.
It's totally Greece.
How long have we been going? We've already been going way too long. That's
know,
okay, because it's soon. So did I tell you Mai Tai Happy Hour coming in 2 weeks?
2 weeks?
It's going to be a 1-hour podcast?
Shit, yeah?
Because podcasts you can listen to wherever. On the toilet.
Taking a long drive
anywhere.
from work.
Anywhere. It's fantastic. So, Gen Con. You're going to Gen Con.
I can't wait.
Gen Con's like the bastard ugly stepbrother of, like, Comic-Con, right?
Say what?
Yeah, it's like
No.
It's like Super Geeks.
No.
It's where I went online and I looked at, like, the itinerary, and there's, like, ponying. Do you know what ponying is? I looked it up. There's a thing about people who like to dress up as ponies.
Bronies.
Bronies.
Yeah, they're male fans of My Little Pony.
That's going on there.
So what?
What are you going for, bronies?
We're not going for bronies. Me and George are going to Gen Con. Now, Gen Con is fantastic. It's the 50th Gen Con, started by Gary Gygax way back in the day. It is a convention that celebrates all gaming, Dungeons & Dragons, Magic, Pokemon, Bronies, any kind of tabletop gaming, Warhammer. There's LARPing going on there. It's pretty awesome. 70,000 people will be in attendance for this Gen Con. It takes place in Indiana every year at the Indiana Convention Center, and we're going to try to play test some games, take some writing courses.
So Dave Tang says he's super excited for you. What do you play?
I play Dungeons & Dragons. Primarily, I play Dungeons & Dragons. I'm going to be going there trying out the new Outpost 31 game that USAopoly is putting out for The Thing. I am hoping...
I pre-ordered it.
Yes, you did. I'm hoping to find some pretty cool... Because a lot of companies there will actually have promos that if you buy the game at Gen Con, you might get like a couple special pieces. You might get a couple special cards. I'm trying to see what the promos are going on right there. We got a friend there who's running a game called RememberX that he just kickstarted. So I'm going to pop in over there and check out his game while we're there. I'm actually going to see They Might Be Giants there.
That's awesome. I've seen them before. They're amazing.
So I've never seen They Might Be Giants before, and I will tell you, it seems kind of cool that I'm actually, for the first time, seeing They Might Be Giants at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
They're great. I've seen them before. They do a great job. They play like a full band, though, usually with the Henrys.
Which is awesome.
So you should enjoy that. So I went on the website.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Gen Con, first of all, is not a convention about the Human Genome Project. No matter what anybody's told you, not about that. Have you tried Pandemic?
Yes, we have tried Pandemic. So Unwinnable has a board game club, so we played Pandemic at the board game club. It was pretty fun.
The board game club, which is open to everybody except for George. Go join it. It's fantastic, supposedly. Unless it's me. Then I'm not invited.
Yes, Ken, Les Zeppelin. We are actually, George Colazzo and I are leaving 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. We will be at the opening ceremony party tomorrow night. Les Zeppelin and all lesbian Led Zeppelin cover band is playing. That's going to be pretty cool, too.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
so I went on the website. The website's horrible.
It's not a very good
It's
website.
like built in 1998. Everything's a drop-down menu.
I think it actually started as an Angel Fire site.
It is horrible. It's like their email address is juno.net. It's rough. It's really rough. Like, it was made using a CD that appeared in the mail. I would not say AOL, because I'm a big fan of AOL now. Oath. Anyhow, Gen Con, I love the spouse section. So there's a whole itinerary of things your spouse can do.
Isn't that cool?
And I actually thought about it. If I went with Hambone, I probably would be doing the spouse stuff.
And they have some fun spouse
Things like how to crochet a Deadpool.
There you go.
How to do makeup for cosplay. I love how they're all female-oriented stuff. Like, no woman is there to learn how to be a dungeon master.
Well, no, and I will tell you this about Gen Con. This is my third Gen Con. It is loaded with women. Loaded with women. There is a lot of cosplay going on.
But spouse stuff is not husband, it's wife.
It's wife stuff. But you know what? This was probably done up many moons ago, and they just kept that section of it. It's for everybody. Very family-friendly convention. Everyone is super cool there. We have a blast every time we go. I will tell you, like, it's always fun to see, like, you go to Comic-Con and you see the big displays for, maybe a movie that you like or a video game that's coming out. They, like, pull out all the stops. They do the same thing at Gen Con. I usually try to get in there and play King of Tokyo, except when you play King of Tokyo at Gen Con, it's with full 5-foot size cutouts of the monsters, which I always think is so much fun.
And now this is different than esports.
It's different than esports, yeah.
Esports is like when you play Warcraft against each other.
Right. I think they have some of that there. However, it's predominantly for games. So every room, there are some companies that may be kickstarting a game or coming out with a new game, so they have their own rooms there on the show floor as well. That's where last year I played the Upper Deck Big Trouble in Little China card game. I'm looking to get my hands on the Big Trouble in Little China actually board game this year, so there's a lot going on.
Dave, so it looks like every now and then, like, things get dumb. What's the broadcast interrupted? Stop interrupting the broadcast. Dave Tang said he's psyched for Game of Thrones Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, they actually have a lot of competitive gaming there as well. Upper Deck has for their Legend series. Catan, Mayfair Games has a lot of competitive things going on as well. There's contests, Magic the Gathering, drafts. Pathfinder, I think, has a huge room over there. I think I'm most excited about Tracy Hickman, who wrote Ravenloft, which is to me, the greatest Dungeons & Dragons module ever produced. He runs this thing called Killer Breakfast there, where you have 300 people, and you get like one chance to roll the dice, and if you die, you're out, and he brings up a new player every time. Killer Breakfast is on Saturday morning. It's like live action with everybody. It's going to be super fun.
I just want to.
I'm so excited to go to Gen Con!
I have no interest in Gen Con, but there's two things I should mention related to card games, stuff like that.
Yeah.
First off, Hearthstone expansion came out yesterday.
Nice.
It looks fantastic. I haven't figured out how to work it in. My decks are kind of messed up right now because I haven't played in a little while, so I got to figure out what decks are what. Get my decks in order. 2, oh god, I've started collecting e-cards. There's an e-trading card movement.
There is.
People collect electronic trading cards, like baseball cards. I've started collecting WWFE Slam cards. And there is a whole thing where every day you get like $25 for free, that you buy a pack of cards, and you have trading cards. It's not like Hearthstone, you can't like play anything with them. It's like trading cards, and you get rare cards, and like the SummerSlam cards are coming out tomorrow, and you collect them and you trade them.
Ian does that with Star Wars. Is it through Topps?
It's through Topps.
Topps has the market for e-trading cards.
It is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Now, if you get a full set of cards, can you ever get physical cards for them?
No, never. There's no physical cards. But you can sell them on eBay, and people buy them. I just don't understand. Just like I don't understand why this keeps, like, pausing on me. That's not cool. Stop doing that. But, like, I don't get e-trading cards. Like, maybe it's a kid's thing. It might be Gen Y. I mean, I've been collecting them because I'm a wrestling fan. I kind of want to see. I keep trying to trade with people, but my trades aren't good enough, so they give me 1 star. And nobody. I'm like right now. I'm like the plague. Like I might as well right now. I have like a disease. It's like I have chlamydia or something. It's like they won't go near me. Scarlet leather. George won't get traded with. So I just get my $25 every day and I collect. And I don't get it, but I keep doing it. I don't understand why.
You just have a kid? You have like a lot of time in your hands for a guy who just had a
That's
kid.
because you do that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's odd. It's very odd. That's what you do at 4 in the morning. You play e-trading cards. But there's e-trading cards.
Yeah, I've never gotten into it.
So the worst thing about this weekend is that Hambone will be missing SummerSlam weekend in Brooklyn.
SummerSlam weekend in Brooklyn.
And this year is going to be amazing. We are going to NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 on Saturday night. Bring Allison. We're going to leave the baby with my parents.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I'm scared. But, you know, we're going to try.
You're going to have fun.
It's going to be awesome. And I am psyched for it. I'm most excited for Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black. And I'm excited for Asuka versus Ember Moon.
Who do you think's going over there?
Who? Which one?
Hideo.
Hideo Itami, I think it's got to be Aleister Black. But then again, if Hideo doesn't go over, it's kind of going to murder Hideo Itami.
I think we're the ship's already sailed on that one.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Ember Moon, I think Asuka's going to... So here's my armchair booking that I've told people. I think Asuka is going to win and keep the title.
I agree.
I believe the next day on Raw or the day after on Raw, Brock Lesnar is going to lose, costing himself his career. He's going to leave the WWE. I think Paul Heyman's going to show up on Monday and say, I've drafted a new superstar into I am now the new... That's kind of really... Yeah. I can't really do Paul Heyman. But, like, he's going to be like, I have a new superstar, and he's going to hit Asuka's music, and he's going to be the mouthpiece for Asuka, and it's going to be awesome.
Because that's all she needs. She's nigh unstoppable as is. She needs a mouthpiece. She needs Paul Heyman.
So I'm a Tiki Bar armchair booker. That's what I think. Are you excited for SummerSlam?
I am super excited for SummerSlam.
What matches are you most excited for? Let's not talk about our predictions. Let's talk about your favorite matches and who you think's going to win.
On the topic of who I think was going to win my favorite match, I'm excited for the Fatal 4-Way. Normally, at a pay-per-view event, I prefer a one-on-one wrestling. However, I am just so shit excited to see Brock Lesnar not be the champion anymore. I kind of don't even give a shit who's the champion.
But who do you think's going to win?
I want Samoa Joe.
I would like Samoa Joe to win too.
I want Samoa Joe. I think Roman Reigns is going to eat the pin.
I think Braun Strowman's winning, though.
Really?
Yeah, because I think they can't give it to Roman in Brooklyn because they're going to shit all over the match.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to give it to Joe because Joe is not the type of Samoan that Vince McMahon enjoys.
Fair enough.
So I think it's going to be Braun Strowman, and I think the crowd probably won't mind that too much.
I am looking forward to the women's match. I'm looking forward to... seeing what goes down with Charlotte Banks and Alexa Bliss. I think that's going to be a great match, and I think it kind of needed to happen because Bayley is not very good with the promos, and Sasha Banks is. And I think she's going to put on a hell of a match against Alexa Bliss.
I'm going to say that I really don't think Sasha Banks should be in the match. I think the story everyone wants to see is Alexa Bliss versus her best friend Nia Jax.
Well, you would think they built it up that far that it would have been the case, and they did not go in that direction.
So I'm a little depressed about that. Going back to NXT for a second, I think Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Roode is a horrible match.
That is not a match.
And
that
I don't know why that's
event.
headlining, which is why I believe that between now... Oh, he keeps coming back. Okay, so it froze, and now we're back again. I'm going to edit all this out, aren't I?
Fix it in post.
I don't even care. This is our last ever episode. Then it's the end of Mai Tai TV as we know it. I own that URL. I got to figure that shit out, too. But
It can still be Mai Tai TV.
I feel that between now and by Saturday, they're going to add the other guy,
Roderick
Strong, to
totally
the match.
going-
It'll be a three-way dance, and he will win it.
They built it up so much that it was going to be Roderick Strong and Bobby Roode. They built it up so much to that. And then all of a sudden McIntyre comes in, so it has to be Roderick Strong getting in there.
Ken Lucas, I think Adam Cole will be there, but I think he's going to be in the crowd because NXT doesn't do weird schmaz stuff.
They might have to though. They might need something.
Nope, I think he's going to be in the crowd and they'll be like, "What's Adam Cole doing here?" Like the year before with so and so, and the year before with Bobby Roode, and the year before with Kevin Owens.
And that's exactly why he's got to get in there. Do something. Who do you think Adam Cole feuds with if he comes in?
Cassius Ohno.
That was something I'd love to see. That is something I would love to see.
I just made you flinch.
You did.
Twice in one episode. And then for Shinsuke versus the Maharaja. I think it's going to be in the middle of the match. One's not going to win, the other one's going to. I think Baron Corbin's going to cash in and pin someone. I don't know how it's going to work. I just can't. Shinsuke can't lose, but Jinder can't lose the belt either.
All right, so my thing is this. I want to see the belt on Jinder Mahal as long as possible. I think that it's going to be a thing where Jinder wins, but barely. Baron Corbin cashes in and does it. Then we get a rematch at some upcoming pay-per-view. Baron Corbin, I am telling you right now, Baron Corbin is walking out of SummerSlam with the title belt around his waist.
George Colazo, you are correct. Jinder Mahal is the champion we need right now. Indians need to have their time in the sunshine. The Maharaja needs to have the belt. Though I am kind of excited that there's two Asian dudes in the main event.
Listen, if they had a Jinder Mahal t-shirt at Hot Topic, I would have bought it yesterday when I bought my Villain Club shirt.
Mine has been back ordered forever.
That's why I don't think they have it at Hot Topic.
I
would totally have bought it. That's where I buy most of my clothing. I'm almost 40.
There's a lot of stuff I really don't care too much. Like, the Hardy Boys got dealt a bad hand with the Revival being put out, so they're kind of in a mess right now.
And the Hardy Boys are also in some weird holding pattern, trying to see what kind of gimmick they're going to go with.
I hate Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose right now. I'm not digging them. I missed the Shield, and I don't want to start knowing the Shield. Not a fan. I really actually hope that Cesaro whoops their ass.
Oh, I hope the Bar goes over. I hope the Bar totally wins that, and that's what I'm hoping for. I will say this: Baylor has a sweet T-shirt. It's a Baylor Club Brooklyn shirt, which I'm hoping that if that's going to be the case, that every city he goes to, it's like Baylor Club Newark.
But he lives in Brooklyn, so that's probably just for that.
Does he really?
Yeah. Why do you think every photo of him recently on Instagram is him running up some guy in Brooklyn taking a photo of him?
Because he's in town for the week for SummerSlam.
Every week? He lives there with I believe he lives there with Zack Sabre Jr.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He's in Brooklyn in every photo on Instagram for the last couple months.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
You think he'd be in like Florida?
If he sees you in Brooklyn and you're wearing a Balor Club or a Bullet Club or any other Finn Balor shirt, he actually looks like he runs up to you, grabs you, and asks to take a photo with you. Because he's that
Finn Balor.
awesome. That awesome.
You're my guy.
I'm excited for Bray Wyatt versus the Demon.
Yes.
The Demon needs to go over.
Oh, come on. Bray Wyatt winning at a pay-per-view? What a novel concept.
Finally, is there anything else we care about?
Not really.
This is an amazing drink.
Thank you, buddy.
Are you excited for our future endeavors?
I'm super, now that I know what it is, yes.
We are, just so if you missed the beginning of the show, this is going to be the last episode of Mai Tai TV. What does that mean for you? You don't have to look at us every single week or once a month or 2 months the way we're going.
Yeah, because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get George to take a really good picture of me, and that's going to be the photo that we use.
We are going
True
to
story,
move
bro.
to a podcast that's going to run every week, every other week, every chance we get, but it's going to happen more often because Hambone is never around. So what Hambone can do now, we're going to buy 2 really nice microphones.
Very nice
He can bring them
microphones.
with him. We can clap on ourselves in, sync them up afterwards. You will think we're right here just like it is now. What we will do is when we are together and doing episodes together, we will show you how to make the cocktails that we're making on Mai Tai TV. There is also a good chance that when we are doing our podcast, we might air them just like this anyway.
Exactly.
We will be doing our fancy Comic-Con episodes and our episodes from Tiki Bars.
It's going to be huge.
It's just the podcast format. It's the new wave of the future. This new podcast thing, everyone's doing it now. It's not like it's been around for 10 years.
Not at all.
It's now plausible.
You might as well call us Christopher Columbus.
We also lost Squatty Potty as an advertiser.
Yeah, that's kind of a shitty hand.
They got very, very upset with my tirade about the thing we talked about that one time and the
thing.
And they didn't appreciate because they claim it goes more woof, woof, not and that was the end of our Squatty Potty sponsorship.
We don't know how science works.
So that I just didn't know how to use it properly. I just didn't realize it was simply a squatty.
See, first you do the DDP yoga, then you use the squatty.
I didn't realize you physically needed the potty to make it work.
You said you needed the potty to make it work?
It's tough. It's tough. So we lost them, but that's hopefully we'll get a lot more at Blue Apron. I bought Blue Apron stock today.
Did you?
Oh, do you know it's horrible? I signed up for that app.
Yeah, wow.
And now it's like, thanks, George Colazzo. I'm now in the stock market.
Listen, let me tell you something about George Colazzo. He'll make you money.
I know.
He is a man who he's figured it out.
All I'm good at is spending money.
You are very good at spending money, but now you need to talk to George more and learn how to save and maintain and increase your wealth.
I have wealth. I have all the wealth I need right here with my man Hambone, the future of Mai Tai Happy Hour.
Mazel tov.
Coming soon to iTunes near you. We'll have all the stuff on cultofgeorge.com to fill you in on when and why and how. Hambo, what made you happy this week?
Oh my God, I've got a list. You ready for this?
Yes.
I don't think you can handle this. I met Bruce Campbell, y'all. It was amazing. So that made me very happy. I have been waiting to have an ice cream sundae for almost 3 months. So today, me and Jen went down to Holstein's. If you live in the New Jersey area and you want the best place to go get a sundae, you go to Holstein's in Bloomfield. He's wrong. I have a tattoo of an ice cream cone on my leg. I'm the expert. It was a perfect Sunday. I was very, very happy about it. I'm excited to go to Gen Con tomorrow. I'm excited that this weekend is SummerSlam. New episodes of Rick and Morty are fucking great. Dude, I am stoked. I'm absolutely stoked right now. I got my Villain Club shirt the other day at Hot Topic. Finally. So good. Night Train to Busan? What? Great movie. Check it out. I had a list. Finally came prepared.
How can they get a hold of you, Hambone?
You can't. I'm really, unless you're my friend on social media, I won't follow you.
We actually honestly talked all about this new thing. Oh, you see it's freezing a little bit. I don't know what's going on. But we talked about the new show format on Twitter, and you didn't acknowledge any of it when we were talking about it on Twitter.
That's why I know about it.
There is no way to reach Hambone. I tried to tag you in a post. It said you can't be tagged. Like, come on, really? It's social. I am George. You can find me at cultofgeorge.com, GLK Creative on Instagram, at GLK Creative on Twitters.
You're there.
You can find me writing about. I'm doing a big expose right now for Cult of George on I'm ranking the greatest Iron Maiden albums after the 90s started.
Very important.
Definitely something you should check out. We will be at NXT. I will be at NXT. You can find me there, hug me. It's all good.
You can listen. If you find me at Gen Con, I will give you the biggest Hambone hug.
Biggest Hambone hug.
Biggest Hambone hug. You mentioned Mai Tai TV, and I will hug you.
Yeah. Whoa, buddy, make money. I don't know why I just said X. Allison said that. Anyway, I'm George. You're Hambone. Take us out on our last ever episode of Mai Tai TV.
Hey, everybody. Be nice to each other. Aloha.
Перебиты, поломаны крылья, серой болью всю душу свело. Кокаина серебряная.